assess our workers in the wild, lest they descend to malformation and to undertow. Black love, define and escort our romantic young by means and redemption, discipline. Nourish our children, proud, strong little men, upright, easy. Quick, little stern, warm history women. I see them in Ghana, Kenya, in the city of Dar es Salaam, in Mount Bayou, in Chicago. Lovely, loving children with long, soft eyes. Black love, prepare us for all interruptions, assaults, unwanted pauses. Just come out, blackly glowing on the ledges, in the lattices, against the veiling light of candles that stutter, and in the chop and challenge of our apprehension, be the always wonderful of this world. Thank you, Gwendolyn.
This particular piece is one that Betty recorded with Razan. She wrote the story and the lyrics to the theme for the Eulibians. I'm going to let her tell you what a Eulibian is.
Let me tell you a little story first, and this will tell you about Razan. I just go back very quickly how I met Razan. I happened to be teaching in middle school, and they had introduced something called educational theater. We had just gotten new books that contained some information about us. Anyway, I was playing something, and we were going over the material in the book. Sometimes we would improvise or retell the story or whatever. But underneath